ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we proudly present this podcast to you in all its glory. They are the bearded wonders, the twin sons from different mothers. He is Blake, he is Sal, and together they are the Blake and Sal Show. And if you're not okay with that, I have two words for you. Stay tuned.
It's the perfect time of year. Somewhere far away from here. I feel fine enough, I guess. Considering everything's a mess. There's a restaurant down the street where hungry people like to eat. I could walk, but I'll just drive. It's colder than it looks outside. It's like a dream you try to remember, but it's gone. And then you're trying to scream, but it only comes out as a yawn when you're trying to see the one beyond your front door. Take your time, so way how long to make you smile when you realize that a guy by side might take a while just to try to figure out what all this is for.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark, episode number 440. I am your host, Blake, and I am not enjoying the snow that's been hitting this city all week because I've been driving in it. That's been fun. But anyway, let's bring on my co-host. First of all, the man with a new setup today, with a new MacBook Pro and all this fun stuff going on his end. Mr. I'm going to full gear this weekend. Sal, how you doing?
I am
going to podcasting. Sorry, biggest podcasting. Sal, go.
I am going to full gear.
Hating.
And I'm trying to figure this out because this is like the first time I'm using this setup, and bear with me, but it looks like it's working the way I want it to so far.
Cool, it's working on this end. So from the person who's recording on this end, you're good. So you're good. So that makes you feel better. I can hear you loud and clear, and everything looks good on this end.
Okay, good.
So anyway,
good video.
Let's bring on our other co-host, Amanda. We didn't actually expect to be here today, which I'm happy he's here. Apparently today he decided he wanted to be an old school television set. Apparently, I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna go with it. The man in the middle, legend, Mark Dad. How you doing?
Hey, these are the terrors of the territories, and I'm not Dwayne Johnson.
As I said before the show started, you also don't have that money.
Hey, but if Dwayne wants to contribute to the cause, more power to him.
Yay. No, okay. Before we get the songs in a minute, I was actually in the car driving home today from picking up CJ and Cassie from school, and this song came on. It's "Pitch Me" by the Miracle Ladies, and I'm like, this kind of fits the week I've been having. I'm like, you know what? I don't remember what actually I chose for the intro of the show. I'm like, you know what? This is perfect. Let's open up with an old school B&L song for the fun of it. For those who don't know, this is my favorite band, period. So anytime for me to play a Miracle Ladies song is good enough for me.
Hey, are they going to tour again sometime?
They are currently touring in Canada. They're doing a holiday tour in Canada right now. So they're home for the holiday tour going on in Canada right now. So.
Oh, good.
But anyway, before we get into anything, you know what I realized? That this show is dropping obviously on Friday. This show will actually drop before Thanksgiving. Our next episode, we're recording it before Thanksgiving, but it won't air till after Thanksgiving. Just because of how time works.
Kind of like Survivor Series.
So I just wanted to throw out there, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, next week. So I just sure Sal's background it reminded me. So I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Wait, when are we recording that? Today or next week?
This is going up this week. This is for this week's show. This is for tomorrow, for Friday morning this week before Thanksgiving. But I was going to say, because I was actually just talking to Mandy, I'm going shopping tomorrow morning. Well, this is an episode drops. I'm going to be at the store shopping, and a lot of it's going to be Thanksgiving shopping. That's why I was thinking. It was literally right before we came on, I was doing that conversation. So,
yay!
Okay, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone in the States listening to the show. I'm gonna say it that way because I know like we have people listening to Canada, they don't celebrate Thanksgiving right now. Like people in the UK don't. So just throw it out there for Americans, happy Thanksgiving.
Yay.
All right, we have a lot to get to, and also not a lot to get to. It's weird. This is gonna be a heavy AEW show. There'll be some things to get to before that, but heavy AEW show. But let's start the show. Help support the show and find all the platforms you can find the show on the project we work on at theblackesthouseshow.com. Sal.
And you can buy our shirts, stickers, hoodies, chicken nugget 10 packs, and more from our T Public store. Click on the T Public link on our site, or go to T Public and search the Blake and Sal Show.
I'm eating roasted crackers next to me. I just wanted a little snack. I have roasted crackers next to me.
I
Hey,
had a craving for chicken nuggies, so I had to get chicken nuggies.
Hey, do we have the Blake and Sal show with Mark Crash helmets in yet?
I don't know about the Black and Sal show, but the Blake and Sal show stuff, no. I don't want to talk to you. But if you get a sticker, you get one on a helmet, and you can wear that.
I kind of felt like I needed one for the past couple of weeks, but
Oh, yeah. So, all right. Let's go to break. We'll come right back. All right. As always, have you picked up your I Know I Am book yet? Guess what? It's the holidays. You should pick one up. Pick one up as a gift. Pick one up as a gift. Do it right now over at Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and Orange Tap Publishing.
hey, it's great to get it, but it's always better to get it.
Yes, it is. I think I'm thinking stocking stuffers or Saint Nick or not. Yeah, Saint Nick. Do that.
Sitting there.
Yes,
Sitting there.
English or in Spanish. By the way, if anybody's hearing in the background, Mandy's on the bike behind me. So if you're hearing random music in the background, for listening, first of all, I have the Devils game on mute behind me. Dad has the Packer game on without mute behind him, and Mandy's up working out in the living room. So if you hear anything listening, that's what's going on. So
And I'm eating chicken nuggies.
yes, you are. But anyway,
Barbecue sauce or the tangy buffalo?
Buffalo.
Okay.
Yes.
don't forget to vote in the 2022 Blake and Sal Show Awards. The link is below. And what's fun about this? The votes are low, but the vote numbers are low, but the voting is hysterical. Like it's really, really close votes. So I'd rather it be close voting and low numbers than like high numbers and landslides. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually enjoying it better this time around.
Unrealistic landslides.
Yeah, like ridiculous. Like for some reason you get 100 votes for no reason. I don't understand why. Kind of landslides. So.
Yep.
So all right. Well, that being said, one thing I want to get into because I said the Devils game is on behind me. Sal, on what planet? Okay, I have to address this. Dad, I have to address something real quickly. So, well, the Devils season started. Beginning of October. God knows what I'm going to say. The Devils season started. Devils started 0-2. This guy, and most of the state of New Jersey, we're calling Lindy Ruff's head.
Yes.
Coach the head coach of the
Not
Jersey.
even on a silver platter. I could have cared less what kind of a platter it was on.
It's now, what did I say to you many, many times after game 2?
Don't give up.
What's that? What did I say?
Rebuilding.
No, I said relax. I said to relax.
Oh, the
wait
other
a
R
minute.
word.
You did the Aaron Rodgers line.
I did. And guess what? Since then, they've lost 2 games. They've lost 2 games since then. And as we're recording this, they are winning on a 10-game winning streak in Toronto. And
Listen,
by the end of this game, hopefully, it's an 11-game winning streak. By the time this show's over. By the time this show's over, hopefully it's an 11-game winning streak.
listen.
Go ahead.
If we didn't want his head, they would probably still be losing.
You never actually know who. You know who I actually want to say? I don't know the kind of besides the fans.
Ooh, can I type?
Miles Wood went and said, "I'm sick of losing. Can we win for the veterans?" And suddenly they woke up. They fucking woke up. So Miles Wood, not the captain of this team, but I got to give leadership credit to him. He took the reign by the Volvo of the reins and actually talked to the media and put everyone on notice, and that was nice.
You know, fear is a wonderful motivator.
Sorry, Sal was figuring out how to edit the red key next to me.
Yay!
Anyway, one other thing I wanted to say. So, Dad, you don't even know about this because you all the stuff even going on. So, the last home game, the Brat Pack Twitter account and the fans started what turned into a national story. The after during game 2, they were chanting "Fire Lindy, Fire Lindy." During the last home game, the crowd was chanting loud, "Sorry, Lindy, sorry, Lindy."
Well, they weren't really feeling very oozy, were they?
And the crowd got the attention. Lindy Ruff actually said at a press conference afterwards, saying, "I accept your apology. I hope we all get to have beers to celebrate after all this is done." And then,
With a giant cup.
yes, a giant cup. I'm hoping. Let's make the playoffs. It's been a decade. Let's make the fucking playoffs. How about that, Sal? Can we do
What I
that?
heard
And then we'll go from the cup.
From what I heard when I was out there a little bit with you in the kitchen, is that the franchise record is 13.
Yes, and if they win today, it'll be 11. So
Okay.
it's going to be crazy. I'm hoping by the time we come on next week, I know they're going to lose. They're going to lose the game eventually. But
Right.
like, keep this streak going as long as possible. I'm enjoying this.
And I think that
a streak of losing.
but
Exactly.
That would totally negate everything they did.
Well,
but the
no, I
thing
don't.
is-
We got so used to losing streaks. I don't know how to accept the winning streak yet. I don't know how to accept this. Like I'm
I'm
having
like very nonchalant about it.
What's funny, Sal, is I'm having more issues figuring out how to handle a double winning streak than the Giants 7-2 start. Like, I'm be honest with you.
my thing is since the team has been so successful.
Well, they haven't been. That's the problem. They haven't been successful in a decade. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I mean, with the season they got now, keep going. I mean, that's a wonderful motivator. Is let's keep this going. We like this. Let's ride this until the wheels fall off.
Exactly. Hopefully, they don't roll off until like July.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, let's do this.
It's so many calls before Nick Flair to come on here and say a thing or two. You under the sea, under the sea. Oh, get like that.
But don't worry, you could have seen the commando.
And that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold said so.
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Stop. Listen. Because.
I am Lance Catamaran.
Motherfucker, I love professional wrestling.
You know, Sal, looking at the red sheet, like you have a sense of humor of a 14-year-old boy right now.
Why, because I put what did I miss? Dead ass?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Hey, just to let you guys know, it's snowing in Green Bay. Hard to believe.
oh, it's snowing here today, so I'm not really shocked by this statement.
Oh, I'm missing a
What did I miss?
dead ass.
All right, so we're not going to go through everything that's gone on in the last 2 weeks because, well, a lot of it's bullshit and don't really want to talk about it. By the way, so let's get through some of the important notes. First of all, MJF was cast in the Iron Claw movie as Vince Von Erich. This movie is crazy because, like, this is the movie Zac Efron's in.
Oh, did you see the pictures of Zach?
I know he's
Kevin?
almost two built.
Right. I
Well,
mean, he's playing Kevin, and Kevin was lean, and he looks like a mini version of Carrie.
Good, Sal.
He has an amazing way of transforming his body in weeks. I mean,
It's very Christian Bale. Yeah, it's very Christian.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison.
Yeah, very good comparison.
Wow. I mean, I was just like amazed. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, the trainers he's been working with and the diet he's been on, and taking the wrestling moves and the lessons very seriously.
What? What the hell? What the hell?
I said, why is he in the TV?
That didn't dawn on you?
Hey, you just noticed this?
I meant
I noticed it, but like I'm staring at it now because like your picture's up now because you're talking a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you in a TV?
Oh, you can actually fix that and go to gallery mode. Since you're on a computer screen, you can go to gallery mode. By the way.
I mean, don't change it because it's funny today.
Go on your
Okay.
end. I mean, on your end, you can go to gallery mode. I'm on gallery mode for recording.
I mean,
No, I have to be in gallery mode for the recording.
I can't wait to get more stills from the set and when
By
it's
the way, can someone explain
completed.
to me, is Iron Claw By the way, MJF being cast in the movie, that's actually where this started. I was stunned when I saw that news.
Yeah.
But is Iron Claw going to be a straight to streaming or is it actually a movie theater movie?
I heard when you first started this project, they wanted to
It's a fair
release
question. It's a fair question.
that they want to release it in theaters.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was curious what this
Right.
was. I didn't know what it was.
Whether or not they continue with their plans, I'm not sure. But that was the whole thing, is they wanted to release it in theaters and then do streaming.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, because this came to my attention like right before we came out with the podcast. Remember that Vince McMahon Vice documentary we were all talking about a few months back?
Yes.
Yes.
And they had to push the date because they wanted to add all the stuff that got recently happened.
Right.
December 13th is when it's airing.
Really?
Soon.
On December 13th on Vice. It's I'm trying to look at the day of the week that is. Tuesday.
So
that'll be the day that I'll be on.
So does that mean the truth comes out?
I don't know. We'll find out on December 13th. I'm looking forward to. I'll watch it probably the next day because it's a Tuesday night. And I'm watching NXT.
Right.
I'll DVR and watch the next day. Commercials.
Right.
Or on the Vice app for commercials.
According to Fandango and not the wrestler, it's going to be in theaters.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Move on. Let's jump over to the NWA because this has been the talk of the fucking world right now.
What?
Nick Aldis left the NWA, announced he was leaving the NWA, but I think his contract expired a month after he said this. Like he was supposed to be, he announced it right before Hard Times 3, and his contract doesn't expire to December. So then he did all this speech saying how much the company sucks, pretty much, and how much they treated his wife like shit. I'm just summarizing. He said it a lot more classy than I'm personally saying it right now, but and how he didn't like how the women are treated on the show, and Billy Corgan got pissed and suspended him for Hard Times and the TV taping right afterwards. Then at Hard Times, as if weirdness is not enough, there's not enough weirdness. The main event of the show was the NWA Championship, and it was Trevor Murdoch versus Matt Cardona versus Tyrus. You can't hear my eyes rolling right now. And Tyrus is now the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. What a fucking joke.
Well, I mean, if you look at his track record,
he sucks.
I mean, when you're portrayed as a
no. Don't go with portrayed. He is terrible in the ring. He's always been bad in the ring.
Right.
The only reason he got credit in WWE is because he was able to fucking dance. He is terrible in the ring.
Right, and that was his whole thing, is he wanted to basically focus on that.
No.
No.
No. You're misremembering. You're misremembering Brodus Clay.
Okay. No, I remember.
No. You're misremembering what happened though. That was Vince's idea. Vince
Yes,
said,
I
"I
know.
want you to dance." Brodus went with it because he wanted a job. It had nothing to do with I'm doing this to make myself happy. No, he wanted a job.
and the Funkadactyls.
Yeah. But anyway, so Tyrus is the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. So Tyrus, for those who don't know this, because why would you know this? He apparently hosts a show on Fox Nation.
Yes.
And apparently he brought his belt onto the show. And one of Mandy's friends watches him and thinks he's cute. And he's like, "Oh my God, he's champion." And I rolled my eyes again. Now, you told me to relax when I told you all this story, but I'm really, this is so stupid. Your thoughts?
Let him have his moment.
Have his moment and go away.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was just so annoyed by it because I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. He'll have his 15 minutes of fame, and the belt will go back on Cardona.
It was on Murdoch, for the record. For those who don't remember, it was on Murdoch.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm just annoyed by the whole thing. It's so stupid.
And then you wonder why
nobody's watching the
NWA
show. Nobody's watching the show. Nobody's watched Hard Times. Nobody's watching the show. The show's not a pay tier on Fight. It's not even free anymore. It's not a pay tier.
that shows you where it's
Our
going.
Roar is at a pay tier now.
Well, thank you.
It's going down the flusher.
What's funny is you can get Fight TV pay-per-views for cheaper than watching Power Roar. How sad is that? Like, how sad is that? Anyway, WWE news real quick. We're not going to do a lot of WWE, but I do want to cover a couple of things here. First of all, the Usos beat the New Day and became the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in history. The reason this is a big deal, the New Day had the record previously. And by the way, remember when the New Day got the belts and they had the title? And remember they did not mention Demolition the entire time? The Demolition at the time was suing them.
Correct.
Michael Cole made it very, 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 very clear that Demolition was the second longest reigning tag team champions out of the New Day on TV. He made that very clear. I'm like, Triple H must have been in his ear to make sure that was clear on the air.
Indeed.
So, any thoughts on the Usos continuing this ridiculous reign? Sal.
Is it bad that it doesn't feel like it's that long?
Well, they're next to Roman. He's had them out for 2 years. So
Even Roman, like, it doesn't feel like it's been over 2 years. Like,
it's crazy. Isn't that crazy, though? It's crazy. It has been over 2 years.
It is. But, I mean, would I think that they deserve to have the record? No, not really. But here we are.
It's true. It's here we are. Dad, your thoughts?
You know, I'm one of these that now is tired of the whole bloodline shtick. And now my whole thing is there a tag team that can challenge the Usos besides the New Day and the Brawling Brutes?
I don't know. That's a good question. By the way, just to clarify, currently Roman's reign, as of today, as of when this airs, it'll be 810 days.
Wow.
When this episode drops on Friday morning, it'll be 810.
The road to 1,000.
It really is turning into that. It really is turning into that right now. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I can't believe that this is a thing. Like, how the hell did we get here?
Are there still plans at WrestleMania Hollywood for him to drop the belt to Rock?
I think the problem is I don't want him to drop the belt to Rock. Like, I don't want him to. Like, if he's gonna drop the belt, he should drop it to somebody who wins the Royal Rumble, not to The Rock. Like, I'm sorry, that's not how it should be. I don't know.
Like Cody.
That's been my pick, but I even throw out Sami Zayn now. Like, I'm throwing him out there as a possible winner of the Royal Rumble now. Like, he's so fucking over with the crowd. Why not? Like, why not? What harm can he
do? That would be part of the a nice storyline. Is that
maybe he can cash in his Royal Rumble win and try to go for the United States title?
Thank you for the segue, Sal. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Do we have to talk about this?
Well, Sal, you can tell you've been doing this for almost a decade. Very nicely done. I'll applaud you for that one. Austin Theory. Oh, okay. I'm in one of those situations. Sorry, I'm looking at the notes that Sal's putting on the red and I'm just laughing. Austin Theory. Well, let me explain my situation. No, when this happened on Raw last week, I was exhausted enough to not give a shit in the moment because I was tired. But and then the next day, okay, let me explain what happened. So Austin Theory cashed in his Money in the Bank on Seth Rollins after an open challenge, which made it even more stupid, even dumber, for the United States Championship, and lost. And lost. Now, he didn't just lose; he lost because Bobby Lashley attacked both of them, and there was the whole thing.
Yada yada yada.
So he lost. Looking at it now and seeing what they did on Monday, I don't have much issue with this anymore. Because notice, Monday, he didn't bring out his phone. He didn't even do selfies. He didn't do anything. He was more serious on Monday. Yes. So this is sort of a character change for him. I have no issue with this problem if it's part of the character change. But I have an issue with the cash-in. I don't have an issue with the character change. Sal, go ahead.
No, I agree. And I was just going to say that. I don't have a problem with the character change. I don't have a problem with the fact that it was a failed cash-in. I have a problem that it was cashed in on the United States title, because you could have easily just done the same fucking thing and have him go against Roman. And I know he came out later and he said, well, I was never going to go and beat him anyway, so why was I going to waste the opportunity, kind of a deal, which that was a nice way to pull it back. I
explained it.
I appreciated that. But like, I don't know. It's just like in real world situation, why wouldn't you take that shot? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
My understanding is that the character that Austin was portraying was Vince's brainchild. And
true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And I guess, when they played out the storyline, Triple H wanted to change Austin's character to make him more focused and more aggressive, and have him to do other things that would get him to that status where he could challenge for championships.
I think what happened here was Triple H inherited a storyline he didn't want.
Correct.
I think what happened here. He inherited a storyline he didn't want, and he tried to get out of it, and this is his way out of it. And now
Correct.
the part is, 5 years from now, when we're talking about Money in the Bank cash-ins, everyone's going to forget this. All I'm going to say is Austin Theory failed on his cash-in. That's all we're going to remember.
I'm curious to know if things didn't happen, what would have been the end result of that storyline?
That's a great question. Also, another question I have also is the rumor going around that the Money in the Bank's coming back to WrestleMania. Do you think that maybe they wanted to get the case off him before the end of the year so that they can concentrate on the Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, because the deadline would have been at like July?
It would have been a fun storyline to have 2 Money in the Banks, though.
Men
Right.
Money in the Bank. Yeah, men Money in the Bank.
Didn't they come out and say that they just didn't want to have a program around Money in the Bank?
I don't know.
That they,
I don't know.
that they wanted to basically put it in with like WrestleMania instead of having its own.
I just said that. I literally said that. I
Right.
literally just said that.
Right. Well, I mean that's the whole concept, and I think that's what they're doing.
And I have no
is-
problem with them. As we said last week's show, I have no problem with them bringing it to Mania.
Right.
Like, zero problem with that. That'd be great.
So now in the analog, you could basically put in with an asterisk, failed to cash in.
Like I said, he's one of the few failed cash-ins. Anyway, let's move on to one more thing that Triple H said. I don't want this on my TV show. I feel like it's exactly what happened here. The 24/7 Championship was retired in the funniest way possible to do it. Nikki Cross beat Dana Brooke, and then went to throw the title into the trash
And missed.
and missed. I think it's ironic. I think it's so fucking ironic that that's how the title ended. Was throwing it in the trash. Like,
Was she trying to emulate Alundra Blaze when she
or they
went
was just saying, "Hey, Triple H just told her to throw it in the trash," and she missed. What might be the funniest way to end the title I've ever seen. That might just be the most ironic and funniest way to end the title I've ever seen.
one thing to do, one thing.
Oh my god! But I think it's fitting. It's actually really fitting that disaster of a bell ended with a missed throw in the trash.
Yeah, fitting, I guess.
All right,
The only way you could do that better is someone would stamp on it and break it.
Buddy Bird, you listen to the clip. It broke. When you threw it on the floor, it broke. You can hear it break. And you can see Bailey trying not to break in the background laughing. Trying not to laugh. It was really funny. You can see them in the back being serious, trying not to laugh anyway because Nikki's being over the top. No, you didn't watch it live. And she throws it. She isn't looking. She's not looking at the trash. So she throws it, misses the trash can, and it hits the ground. You hear it break. You really hear it break. And then Bailey almost cracks up laughing.
Nothing but the best
Live
materials
moment.
for that belt.
This is a funny live television moment. It was really good. It was live TV at its best. All right, let's get to WWE. Let's move to AEW. We have a lot to talk about. Before we get to the pay review, apparently we're doing so originally the Eliminator tournament was supposed to happen at the pay review. Well, Ricky Starks legitimately got hurt, so they had to write him out of last Wednesday's show, and that fucked up the entire tournament.
Yep.
So instead, here's the plan. So on Rampage, from Full Gear Friday Rampage, whatever how they're calling it this week, in New Jersey, it is Ricky Starks versus Lance Archer. And the winner is going to face Brian Cage at the Full Gear buy-in. And then the winner of that match is going to face Ethan Page on Dynamite on Wednesday for the champion, for the number one contender.
Oh.
That's it. And the winner of all this will face whoever wins the championship, Mox or MJF, at Winter is Coming. That's how this works. That's how it works. So
Weird.
who wins this tournament, Sal?
Well, the fact that they didn't replace Ricky Starks makes me believe that he's going to win the whole thing.
I'm torn between him and Ethan Page. I'm torn between one of them winning this thing. So I'm leaning toward Ricky Starks because they keep giving him promo time. They keep giving him promo time talking about this thing too. I guess another thing you point out there. Him and Ethan Page are the only two talking about this damn tournament. Yeah, Dad.
I would love to see that match, Ethan Page and Ricky Starks.
That is going to be on Dynamite if Ricky could win both of these matches on Friday and Saturday.
My thing is if he wins and MJF does win the title,
We'll get to that.
I
You know
don't know.
what's fun about this? If it's Ricky and Ethan, it doesn't matter who wins the belt. That's the best part about this. Like, it's the best part. Like, even that's why I was looking forward to the tournament being on the pay-per-view.
Right.
Once we had a number one contendership tournament that the winner didn't matter who the
Right.
champion was.
Right.
It was a nice change of pace. You know, it was a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. The other match is happening on Dynamite on Rampage tonight. As people are hearing this live on Rampage, we have Hook versus Lee Moriarty, which sucks for you because that means Hook's not going to be on the pre-show for your show.
I know.
We have Athena versus Madison Rain, which is very random. But also we have Eddie Kingston's dream match. Apparently, that's what we're doing here. Is Eddie
Yep.
Kingston and Ortiz taking on Dad, can you pronounce this right? Because I can never pronounce his name right. Not Kacheska, the other guy, the other name.
One Alam Kamega.
Akameka, yeah, he's a legend. And Eddie Kingston wants to face him. So Moxie called in a favor, and that's how we ended up here.
Well, you know,
Moxie called in a favor.
when you're good friends with Mox, all you gotta do is just drop a name and like, okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
that's what I'm hearing. Mox called in a favor. This match is happening because of that.
At least it wasn't Tanahashi.
So that is it. That's for Friday night. Let's get to the pay-per-view. So
All right.
going to be there. It's
I'm
exciting.
gonna be there. I just brought my parking pass
Yes,
today.
you did. It's
All
exciting.
right.
You're going to be at the pay-per-view. It's the first time we're actually saying that for a pay-per-view. I think on this show. In like the almost 10 years, we've never said that. None of
I've
us-
never been to a pay-per-view.
So-
This is actually my first pay-per-view.
I've only been to a pay-per-view in my life, and that was a No Mercy in 2004.
Does that
I've
mean,
only been to
Sal's gonna be wearing a CM Punk T-shirt to the pay-per-view?
Yeah, okay.
going as Orange,
Am I gonna
are you doing
wipe
Orange
my
Cassidy?
ass with?
Are you doing Orange Cassidy?
Huh?
Are you doing Orange Cassidy? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm gonna wear that exclusive 1 week only red and black Sting shirt that they had.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay, that's nice. Okay.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Well, I think you send the pictures in. I'll get them on the Instagram page. I know you were far up at the top of the building, but still,
Don't forget to get your foam scissor me daddy ass. Your
Um,
finger.
we'll get there.
Look at the foam fingers.
We'll get there. One other thing, friend of the show, Rich Fan, is also going to be in the building. He's coming. He's driving in from Pittsburgh, and he's going to be
That's a
in
long
the,
drive.
he's going to be in
Wow.
the media section with some friends. So
I
there
hope
you
he's
go.
getting a hotel room for the night.
I don't know what he's doing. I know he's driving in from Pittsburgh, and he's going to be doing the
Long
media
drive.
scrums afterwards.
That's
Doing
like a
media scrums
that's
afterwards.
over 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get to the show. What's funny is when I laid out the card, the last match on the card was actually the tournament, but because the tournament got moved to Dynamite, the last match on this card is now a steel cage match.
Yeah, no, I heard Jungle Boy
Oh,
got hurt.
you
So
know-
is it still happening? I mean, not
As
Jungle
of
Boy.
last night, as of Dynamite this week, this match is happening.
Okay.
As of Dynamite this week, it is Jungle Boy Jack Perry or Jungle Jack Perry, depending on who you talk to.
Yeah.
But I say it that way because you didn't watch Dynamite yet, right, Sal? You didn't watch Dynamite yet? But you're out. You're out. So on Dynamite, Excalibur said Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and Jack Perry. All three different things throughout the show. So I don't actually know what you're calling him right now. I don't really know what you're doing here. So three different ways. They had a video package for this match, and they showed the graphics, and like they said 3 different times, 3 different ways. I don't know what the hell they're calling him. Anyway, is Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in a steel cage match. Christian Cage on the outside. Is this as simple as Jack Perry wins this match, Sal?
Yeah, I think he gets his redemption, and maybe we'll finally just move on from this weird.
What's weird is that it was supposed to be Christian, and Christian got hurt. I think that's what happened here. Like it's supposed to be
Yeah.
Christian on this show. Hey.
That's because he's old.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask this question. Have you seen a steel cage match in person before?
No.
Okay, there you go. You guys have a thought. I thought you told me. I wanted to clarify it on
I
the
mean,
air.
I almost had a War Games in front of my eyes, but I kind of lost that because some idiot in fucking Japan or China or whatever.
China.
But
By the way, I have seen one steel cage match in my life. It was at a house show. It was at a house show. It was Evolution, and I'm Ric Flair moving the crowd on top of the cage.
yay.
Not joking on any level.
Well, remember the one that we went to?
Oh
for,
God, I forgot. Oh my God.
MLW?
Oh yeah, sorry. No, that wasn't MLW. That was GLCW. That was Gordon. That was the
Oh,
game.
Great Lakes.
Great Lakes Wrestling. Okay, I'll tell this story. We first tell the story. Dad, your prediction: Jack Perry or Luchasaurus?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, but I'm gonna basically put a little emphasis on it. he unmasks Luchasaurus.
And we find out he's really the guy from Big Brother.
There you go.
Dinosaur, he doesn't have a mask on.
By the way, can I just tell the story before I even tell my CSK story? The hilariousness of the fact that if you on paper, if you told someone this match that watching the Attitude Era, but just coming into this, at the end of the day, this is Jack Perry, the son of Luke Perry,
Yes.
versus Luchasaurus, who was a guy on Big Brother,
He's a
with
dinosaur.
Christian Cage on the outside from the Attitude Era. We just put it on paper. This is a ridiculous match.
3 different decades. There you go.
But anyway, back to another point. So that reminded me. I don't think I've ever told the story on the show. I mean, if we did, it was because the story was told on the show one time because we recorded live from the venue.
Right.
We were at a House of Hardcore show, and the main event was a dark steel cage match with Dave Hero and what's his name? I forgot who it was in the match. It was a tag match, and it was this whole feud. And the match actually ended with Sandman coming out and like doing his whole entrance, and I ended up getting beer on me during his entrance. That was pretty damn cool. But that's not the point of the story. And the point of the story. The point of the story, and I probably could probably find it on our feed what episode this was. We sat there for 45 minutes after the main pay-per-view, How the Hardcore Show was over. Watched them 45 minutes, put the cage up for this main event. 45 minutes we watched them put this game up. It was the slowest thing I've ever seen.
Wait, I thought the whole thing was 45 minutes. That was just
No.
Yeah, we have audio proof because we were recording because we were bored. We started recording video like we were bored. So
They
we're
had
doing live. We were doing live Facebook lives. We were doing Facebook lives from the video because we were bored
they're bringing in. You see it as they're bringing in the panels.
individually.
They're walking it in,
It was
and they
terrible.
basically got 2 guys with each panel, and then
one of them was a midget.
oh yeah, and then
Midget.
as they're systematically putting each side together, they basically have to make sure that everything matches so they can put their
Stop. They had to start over again.
right. Or they got to put their fastening bolts in place.
Yeah, they messed up. They
They
and
had
to start over.
trouble with one corner, and they couldn't figure out why the fastening bolt wasn't going in.
I have a
until-
picture. It was the most hilarious thing
Until
ever.
finally one of the guys said, "I think it's not aligned." So they take
By the
their
way,
mallets and hammers, get it aligned, get the fastening bolt in, and at the end, everyone was cheering because it was finally done.
the funny part about this, though, you know how Dad always sometimes exaggerates that we're hearing things? We're literally 5 rows from the ring on the bleachers. We hear everything going on. It's not like we're 5 rows away from the ring. So we're hearing everything.
You can hear the guys going, "I don't know why it's not together. I don't
Yeah,
know
like-
why it's not going." in."
That was the hilarious part about it. There's a lot of video of this, and there's one picture, I'll never forget it. It's the funniest picture of a midget on a ladder holding a panel of a cage. One of the weirdest pictures I've ever taken in my life.
You hear the fans going, "Hammer it, hit it harder."
Keep in
That's
mind,
what
there's
she
some-
said.
Well, dude, it's 11 o'clock at night, and half the audience is drunk. So half the audience is drunk at 11 o'clock at night in Waukesha. So, like,
It takes
anyway,
45 minutes to construct
Oh my
the
God.
cage.
and the match
I-
maybe
and I
15
think that-
minutes. The match was maybe 15 minutes.
I was gonna say at least 15. That was it. It's like, was it even worth it?
Okay, let's move on. Let's get to our first title match of the evening. It is Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Championship for some reason. It is Chris Jericho, the Ocho, versus Bryan Danielson versus Claudio Castagnoli versus, for some reason, Sammy Guevara. I don't know why he's here, but he's here.
I know why.
To give Cetus something to look at during this match.
And to turn on Chris Jericho.
Ooh, that's what you're going with? Okay, Sal, get your pick. Go.
I'm gonna say Sammy's gonna win.
Ooh, that's a
It's a
twist.
real crazy twist. I think he's gonna screw Chris Jericho and win the title and become the ROH World Champion.
Wow, I did not see that one coming. I did not expect that pick.
Ah.
Dad, what do you think?
I'm gonna go differently. I'm gonna say Claudio Castagnoli wins, and there's gonna be tension in the Blackpool Combat Club.
Really? I don't know. I think the Black Muhammad is meant to fight each other. So obviously we're gonna have Danielson and Claudio fight each other for the fun of it. I don't know. As much as I'd love to see Sammy win, that would be amazing to watch, especially with TJ watching that match. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, because my whole thing is this thing with Danielson. You keep on mentioning about his detached retina. Is
It doesn't mean anything. The damn injury from Ring of Honor 20 years ago. That they're
right,
for some reason bringing up because it's a Ring of Honor title match, and
right.
Body wants to talk about it. That's what's going
Right.
on here.
I mean, and I'm not sure if Daniel has any legit injuries.
It's not a legit
I know.
injury.
No. I'm saying I don't know if he has anything, but I personally, my heart would like to go on Brian Danielson, but I think the belt's gonna end up on Claudio.
I think it's going to stay on Jericho until Final Battle. I think they're keeping this belt on until Final Battle, at least at the earliest, or until they have a TV taping, whichever happens first.
Okay.
That's what I think going on here. I think they have the belt on him mainly for television, and they're going to use him to promote Final Battle. I think that's what's going on here. All right, let's move on to the AEW Television Championship. And for some reason, the Ring of Honor TV Championship's not on the line in this match. I don't know why, but it is Wardlow, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs, and three big meaty men slapping meat in a triple threat for the AEW TNT Championship.
That's what she said.
Well, just started us off.
Ah, God. I'm gonna be the person that is gonna pick differently.
Always picked yet.
I think the belt. I think the belt's gonna go to Samoa Joe.
Okay, so he's gonna be the TV champion and the TNT champion. Okay,
right,
that makes sense. Sal, you missed my intro for the big meaning men slapping meat.
Oh, you hear me scream yes?
You weren't here for it. So I was waiting for you. You were here for it.
I screamed it from the bathroom. I'm like,
didn't hear you.
yes.
Didn't hear you. So who's winning this match, Sal?
I think it's time for Powerhouse Hobbs to have a title.
Ooh, okay. I like that idea. I like that. I like the fact we're all going different. I like this today. I like this. Yeah, I'm going Wardlow, but I like the idea of Powerhouse Hobbs winning the belt, but pinning Samoa Joe. I do like that idea because I don't think I'm pinning Wardlow, but I think Wardlow's just going to win this match.
Okay, so then let's expand on your idea and figure. Okay, if Wardlow wins, does this mean that Joe's going to challenge him? And you can put belt versus belt.
I'm surprised this is not belt versus belt. I'm surprised about that, actually.
That would have been kind of cool.
Actually, you know what I think is going to happen? Wardlow's going to pin Samoa Joe, and then that's going to be one of the matches of Final Battle.
Wow.
It's going to be Samoa Joe versus Wardlow for that belt instead at Final Battle.
I could see that.
That could be it. Like that's what I think is going to happen. Now we're talking it through. All right, so this match is going to be a kind of spoiler for Sal that didn't watch Dynamite this week. But the AEW World's Trio Championship is the Death Triangle, Lucha Bros, and Pac versus the Elite, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega. So how did that
it's Kenny by God Omega.
So what happened here? Stop it! You didn't watch Dynamite yet. So what happened? What happened was, the Death Triangle won the Trio Championship match against Top Flight and AR Fox. AR Fox, by the way, making his debut on Dynamite and looking amazing. By the way,
Damn, he looked good.
He looked amazing.
I remember him from Lucha Underground.
Thank you, Lucha Underground. I couldn't remember where I saw him. Thank you. Anyway, so Death Triangle wins this match, and then Pac grabs the microphone to cut a promo and pretty much called out the Elite. Called them out without saying their name. Kind of called them out, and then all of a sudden, the video that we've been seeing for the last few weeks up on the screen, and the clock thing from the Full Gear logo comes up, and all of a sudden, mysteriously, the Trio Championship comes up with the Death Triangle, and then the opposite of the opposite of the Thanos effect happens, and then materializes the Elite.
Oh,
and that's how they announced the match officially.
So they're getting their titles back.
That's what I'm thinking too. That's exactly what I'm thinking too. I'm bleeding.
That's what I'm thinking, and I think it's going to cause a rift with the Lucha Bros and Pac.
I think Pac's going to try to cheat.
Yeah,
and then that'll lead to the Elite winning.
Right. Here's my question though: when the Young Bucks coming back, do you get the serious and focused Young Bucks, or do you still get the silly Young Bucks?
Wait, they're serious? When have they ever been serious?
Ring of Honor.
When? Did you want to say Ring of Honor? I watched.
Yeah, I mean they were more serious and focused when they had a match against the Briscoes. Yeah.
Did you watch the same show
think
I
about
watched? Did you watch the same show I watched?
Yes, think about it. They were more focused.
If you said they were more serious than New Japan, there I would have gave you. But
Okay.
Ring of Honor, they were so over the top to Ring of Honor, it was
Well-
making their AEW characters look tame.
Yeah, but I mean, they didn't have the flashy wardrobe and the entourage that they had.
They hung out
Oh,
with-
not like an A&W. I mean, they were really over the top.
Dad, we have a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
We have a Ring of Honor DVD in CJ's room. And
Uh-huh.
and literally, if you watch the entrance of the Young
Uh-huh.
Bucks, Cody, Hangman Page, and Kenny Omega all come out with them. And they do they do a fuck the revival chant with the crowd. Like, what?
As you do.
Exactly. So, like, don't tell me they were serious. They were not. They were not serious in Ring of Honor. Jeez. They didn't sell a fucking match. They didn't even sell matches until they were in New Japan in the heavyweight division because they had to.
Yeah.
They didn't even sell until then. Like,
So is Don West coming back?
I mean, Don Callis?
No, I call him Don West.
Well, Don West, don't confuse Don West. Don West has got cancer. You can't confuse the two of them.
I'm sorry. You're right. I apologize.
That's cancer. Like, don't confuse them. That's
Don
Don
Callis.
West.
Don Callis. I don't. I'm hoping he does not because that kind of ruins it.
Well, you know he will, and him and Nakazawa and Baby Oil and all the shit that goes on, and Cutler with the camera and all that stupidity. We'll see it all again.
No, and that's what I don't want. I want Omega and the Young Bucks to be more determined.
Well, you're asking for too much because they're going for the trios titles.
Well, there
They're
you go.
going for the trios titles. A belt that practically was made for them, and then they fucked it up by punching CM Punk. Let's be honest here. That's what happened here. Let's move on. We have, speaking of tag belts, the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It is the Acclaimed, the most over people in the world right now, with Daddy Ass against Swerve in Our Glory, the name that Wade Keller hates the most in all of wrestling. Keith Lee and Swerve. Back to the matter of fact, Wade Keller hates Swerve in Our Glory so much he has told the Torture Reporter they cannot say that in any reports. That's how much he hates that name. That's not even a joke or exaggeration at all. That's happening. So Sal, you missed the Acclaimed music video on Wednesday.
I'll see it on.
It's on. If you don't watch it on time, it is on the AEW Instagram page. Full 3-minute video with Big Show as Captain Insano.
Praising his role from the water boy.
Wait. Roll it back.
Go ahead.
Roll it back. What did
Yes.
you say?
In the music video was Big Show dressed as Captain Insano.
And
Wait, he's going to
Doing-
fight Big Show again?
No. Paul Wright. Sorry, Paul Wright dressed
Yeah,
as Captain from the Water Boy.
Cap-
Not that he was dressed as. It was one of the most ridiculous.
And-
that's how the video
and-
started.
the announcers, the commentators are the Acclaimed, one on each side.
It was. You have to watch it. It's 3 minutes. You know what's funny about it? It's funny because it's the Acclaimed. If it's not the Acclaimed, it's not going to be funny. Like no one else can pull this off. Like no one else will pull this video off and for the Acclaimed.
And,
Yeah.
and in the video, they poke fun at
Oh God!
Swerve in Our Glory.
No. They don't make fun. They tear apart Keith Lee and fucking Swerve, especially Swerve. But they also make fun of Keith Lee's vocabulary. It is so funny. It's like 3.5 minutes. It is hilarious.
The
So,
guys that got portraying him in the video.
oh my God.
It,
Okay, so yeah, watch that when you get a chance. Now, anyway,
oh,
so
yeah.
it's the Acclaim versus Swerve in Glory. There is no chance in hell in New Jersey they're going to take them both off the Acclaim. There is
No.
way in hell they're
No
doing
way.
that. But there's also
Okay.
no way that Keith Lee and Swerve are leaving this as a tag team. There's
And-
no way.
And here it is. And I'm gonna say this is where Swerve in Our Glory basically self-destruct.
I agree. 100%. 100%. Sal?
So remember when that college football team won and everyone stormed the field and stole the field goal post?
Yes.
The Acclaimed lose. We're gonna storm the floor and steal the set.
Ah! That's funny. So, okay. Moving on to a match that you have to explain these, Sal,
Ghost.
why you're so excited about this. It is Sting and Darby Allin
Hi-oh!
versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lee. So, I need to clarify something. So,
Go ahead.
I need to tell this story. Now, don't interrupt me. I have to tell this story. So, we're watching Dynamite. We're watching Dynamite. MJF Jarrett comes out. He's a couple of weeks, it's about a week before they announce the match of this match. And Sal starts freaking out. Because he goes and says, I've never seen Jeff Jarrett, and I want to see Sting wrestle. And I actually get to, if this match happens, I get to finally see Sting wrestle. And I'm like, okay, fine, that's fair. And then the week of they announced this match, he calls this match about a half hour before they announce it. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to see this match. I don't want to see it. I don't care. I'm over Jeff Jarrett personally as a human being, as a wrestler. I'm just over it. The reaction when they announced this match on Dynamite from Sal was like the Devils won a Stanley Cup. It was unbelievable. Like, oh my god! Like, I'm going crazy, hitting a bunch of like, I'm like, what the hell is this reaction? It's amazingly crazy. Why the fuck did you have this reaction, Sal?
Because I've never seen Sting wrestle. And obviously the days are getting numbered, you know what I mean? And when's the next time, I'm going to be able to see him? Because the last show I went to, he was jumped and wasn't there. So it's like, I finally get to see my favorite wrestler of all time live in person, and that's all I care about. I honestly, I don't like this tag match. It's unnecessary. I can care fucking less about Jeff Jarrett, to be honest with you. But I'm just so happy I get to see Sting for the first time, probably most definitely going to be the last time. And he's still got it. He's not like, crippled like Ric Flair. So
True. No, I'll give you this credit where it's due. Jarrett impressed the fuck out of me at Ric Flair's last match. Like him and Andrade were the reason that match actually was a match. Like there's no reason. Like Jeff Jarrett, to his credit, is a lot better than Reigns at. We're joking about it. He's actually really fucking good in the ring still.
Right.
And Sting still got it, like Sal said. Sal, I'm gonna just say you're saying Sting and Darby win, right? At this point.
No, I think Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal are gonna win.
Whoa. Well, that might be the biggest surprise.
Wait.
Oh my god!
I hate to say it.
And your rationale reason is?
Because they're heels.
Wow, I did not see that coming. I honestly did not expect that. Wow.
I would be foolish to say Sting's gonna win. I really don't think it's gonna happen.
Wow, I am stunned. I'm not gonna lie, I am shocked right now. Wow,
I'm throwing curveballs at you today.
Like, wow, I was sure I thought this was a must, like definite. Like,
I hope I'm wrong. But
well, I'm picking Sting and Darby to win. Somebody threw out the idea that Sting and Darby win by disqualification because the ref actually catches Jeff Jarrett hitting him with a guitar. They'll Sting and Darby win by DQ, but they don't do DQs in AEW. So how does that happening? They don't do that very often. So I'm gonna go. I think they're gonna do the old spot in TNA where Jarrett hits Sting with a guitar and Sting no sold it for no reason whatsoever and pinned him. That spot TNA one that I openly laughed at that spot. They're gonna do it again. Sting and Darby is gonna win. Dad.
I'm gonna go with Darby and Sting, but I'm gonna go with this: is that Jarrett gets the guitar, but he hits Jay Lethal accidentally.
Oh, so a TNA finish.
Yeah. So basically, Mr. Slapnuts is gonna get his how many minutes of fame? But here's the thing: do you see Satnam Singh coming out and being a factor?
Probably. He'll be on the outside. He'll stare at somebody and not do anything like he usually does.
And he doesn't
go on a ring rope and then just look menacing.
What's that?
And he doesn't wear red jeans.
Anyway,
wow, we went there.
Let's move on. We have Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And I cannot believe I'm actually saying this. Versus Saraya. I cannot believe I'm actually saying this. Saraya's back. For real. Like we joked about it a few weeks ago. But here we are. Saraya's actually wrestling on a pay-per-view in 2022. I did not expect this. This is pretty damn cool. I wish it was a better storyline, but I like the fact of having this match. I don't see Saraya losing. Sal, how excited are you to actually see Saraya wrestle?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a big moment. She's going to get a huge pop. I really don't see her losing her first match after all these years. So I say she's gonna win.
I can't believe it's been 5 years, by the way. It's been 5 years since she wrestled a match.
Well,
And by the way, did you happen to hear that the minute she got cleared, he immediately texted Sasha Banks and said that we're cool? Because Sasha's the one that hurt her, put her in retirement. So she actually texted Sasha as the first person to find out that she was back.
oh, that's nice.
I think that's really cool story to do. Like that's like as much as we joke and we mess with Sasha, like that's something cool for her to do. But
Yeah.
Sasha was probably killing herself the fact that she did that. So like I'm
Oh,
glad
yeah.
she did that for her. So
I mean, that would be
are you agreeing? Dad, are you
I-
agreeing with us? Dad, talk to you. I know you can hear
Yeah.
me.
No, I'm sorry, just catch up. Yeah, I think Sarah's gonna win. But my thing is, at the end of the match, do you see her and Britt shaking hands out of respect?
Maybe. I can actually see that. I can actually see that. Sal, what do you think? Because we're going to be there. So what do you think?
They're better not.
Okay, fair enough. No, fair enough. I get it. Like, I understand. I'm asking your opinion. I know. Like, I think that would be a cool finish, but for someone in the building,
Put her respect down her name.
This ain't no ROH.
that was earlier in the show. That's earlier in the show.
Right.
Moving on, let's keep it to women's matches. We actually have 3 women's matches on this show, which is crazy. But they can't do it all at 8:30. Take that shot, everybody. So 3 women's matches. We have the TBS Championship. It is Jade Cargill versus the quote-unquote TBS champion. But by the way, I have to laugh at the graphic. Have you seen the graphic of this match now? You see the graphic? I crack up every time I look at the graphics. It says TBS champion Jade Cargill, quote-unquote TBS champion Nyla Rose. I crack up laughing at that every time.
I updated the run sheet.
I see it. The issue with this whole storyline is stupid. It's really, really stupid. I hate the whole stealing the belt thing. I hate the fact that it doesn't make any sense how no one got the belt back from Nyla and gave it back to Jade after 2 months. It makes no sense at all. Like, there's no sense to any of this. And there's also no reason for Jade to lose her belt. So there's no reason for any of this at all. Jade's obviously retaining. Sal?
Yeah. There was a small part of me that was thinking that Saturday night was going to be the night. But now I don't see it. I mean, to finish out this whole belt being stolen thing. I mean, I think it's the cherry on top would be her getting the victory, winning the match, keeping the streak alive, and getting her title back.
Dad?
I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna say that Nyla Rose gets the belt, and of course,
Jade Cargill steals it from her.
no, Vicky Guerrero gets involved. But then again, I also see the baddies getting involved. So, I mean,
Guerrero's gonna be there. I completely forgot.
You forgot about that? You forgot
Oh my God.
Excuse me. So, I mean, I think let's put the belt on Nyla and see where this goes as far as storyline.
I'm going to go with there is no way in hell that Jade Cargill is being pinned in 2022. There's no way in hell that's happening on any level that Jade Cargill is losing a match in 2022.
I don't know.
No chance. No chance.
I mean, I'm looking for let's change it up.
And now it'd be 2023. It ain't going to be now.
Okay.
The soonest she's going to lose that belt is maybe Revolution in March.
Okay.
Soonest. And that includes Winter is Coming and whatever the hell they do around Christmas time when they do all those weird themed Christmas shows. But every week a theme show for some reason in December. I don't know why. Anyway, let's move on to the AEW Interim Women's Championship. Can we drop the interim at this damn point? If Thunder Rosa is not coming back anytime fucking soon, can we drop the interim of this damn belt? Like, I don't understand why she's interim champion. We don't even talk about the regular champion. Like, at least when like Mox was champion and he's interim champion, they at least talked about Punk. They at least talked about him. They haven't talked about Thunder Rosa in weeks, like legitimate weeks. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. So it's Tony Storm defending against Jamie Hayter. And the funny part is, if it wasn't an interim championship, I think they put the belt on Jamie Hayter. But because then Tony's reign wouldn't count for anything, I don't see them doing that. So what do you think?
I see them doing that. Jamie Hayter's hot right now. The crowd is very behind her. And you know Tony
There's
Khan
so many
loves-
innuendos there, by the way. There's so many innuendos there. Continue.
and you know how the crowd is behind her. She's getting, she's getting the crowd reaction. Tony Khan loves that shit. Take advantage of it.
Okay. Like the
Let's
acclaim.
take-
Like the acclaim kind of mentality.
Yeah.
And if you notice when they're doing promos, they keep on mentioning that
What
they are
promos?
giving it-
What promos have they been doing? Okay, outside of the videos, outside of the video packages,
Okay.
what promos have the two of them done? Outside of it, don't take the video packages out.
Okay.
Back
all right.
out.
Yeah. Very little.
The go home show, the go home angle. I'll tell this one. The go home angle with Tony Storm standing in the ring, Jamie Hayter coming out, Britt Baker coming out and waving to the crowd, which was absolutely hilarious like behind Jamie. It was absolutely so funny because she's running and like waving to the crowd behind Jamie. And then she gets in the ring, confronts Tony. Nobody gets the microphone. Nobody does anything. Jamie's like, I'm going to say something to you. Tony holds the belt up, and then Jamie walks away. That's it. That was the whole go home segment.
Fitting.
Come
So-
on.
Here's something that I'm gonna put a spin on. Is Tony retains the belt.
Okay.
Thunder Rosa comes out,
That's what I'm thinking too, actually. That's actually
challenges her, loses, and then you got sets up Tony Storm and Soraya.
Okay, well, I think Saraya is going to be a bit. I think Saraya is going for the belt right away. I think. Okay, I'm gonna think here. Okay,
Okay.
I think Sal, you're going to see the return of Thunder Rosa at this show. I think it's going to be Tony Storm retaining, Thunder Rosa coming out afterwards, and then one of the main events of winter is coming, which is in Texas. Will be Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm, the merchant titles. That's what I think is going to happen.
I can see that happening.
There you go. That's where I'm going. Because you know how much Tony loves surprises and returns.
Yep.
And you really got the elite. You might as well throw it in Thunder Rosa too.
Why not?
Might as well.
True.
All right. The main event. The best match has been hyped up, period, for this damn show. I could have done the weirdness of this week's show. I didn't have a chance to go to the clip of from the end of the show this week, but I'll talk about it in a second. It's Jon Moxley defending the AEW World Heavyweight Championship against MJF, the most over man in the world for some reason. I'm not even sure how this happened, but the devil you know. I don't understand this, but whatever. We'll go with it. Before I go to picks, I already know where Sal's leading towards this. I already know, but I'm just going to say how the show ended this week. I laughed my ass off. They're doing this whole thing. The Affirm comes out and beats up John. MJF comes out and helps John, and then MJF cuts a promo, and he actually quoted CM Punk back from the pipe bomb, and he actually said, "I hope you're in amounts of pain." That's like Punk said to Cena, which cracked me up. And then he starts telling this whole promo, and then but right when he's doing his catchphrase, Mox actually interrupts his catchphrase,
Oh.
pulls the mic out of his hand, and they go back and forth. And then John goes and says, on Sunday, wait, is the show on Saturday or Sunday? Saturday. On Saturday.
But you notice on that one part that
Flash forward.
MJF had to keep from laughing.
I know. MJF was broke. It was so fucking funny. ITV is the best. I that's a Mox
And
moment.
then, and then he goes, it's Saturday, John.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was really, really funny. But anyway, so Mox MJF. The crazy part about this match, I'm at a toss up right now. I'm really at a toss up. I'm going to probably end the breaking the tie. So, Sal, I know where you're going. Make it official. Who's winning the World Heavyweight Championship at your show on Saturday?
I'm going to need to bring some earmuffs because that crowd, when MJF gets the 1, 2, 3, is going to go ballistic. That's my pick.
Okay, fair enough. Dad, Mox, or MJF?
I gotta go with MJF. I think they're gonna
Ooh.
basically Tony is going to have a change and see what direction it goes in. But right now they're giving him this big push. So I don't see why they wouldn't reward him with the belt.
I'm so torn here.
Okay.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Under normal circumstances, that if normally when you're pushing somebody like this, you put the belt on them. And the crowd is so in love with him. And Sal has a point. We're in Jersey. We're not that far away from his home. This is going to be a hometown advantage for him. Mox is going to be able to play heel, which is going to be amazing to watch. I don't know.
Well, here, I'll pose this, and you pose it to me.
Go ahead.
Is MJF a babyface or a heel?
Tweener, I think. I think it depends on the crowd. I really think it depends on where he is. You know he's going to be a babyface on Saturday. You know he's going to be. And Sal said,
Oh yeah,
the bell, that crowd, it's going to be one of the biggest ovations, and the Devils are on a fucking winning streak right now. And it's going to be one of the biggest ovations in the building. Like, I guess I was going to go Mox, but I guess it makes more sense to put the belt on MJF and Mox can go on vacation.
yeah, and then he rests up, and
But you can go on his vacation finally. You can finally go on his vacation.
yeah, and he rests up, and he comes back, and he's all renewed.
By 2023, he can go take a holiday break on vacation with Renee and and can't take a baby's name right now.
Right.
And take a break.
Right.
So
And later down the road, I mean, I see him getting back into the title picture, and the thing that I'm wondering, and I don't know if everyone else is, what happens to Hangman Page?
he hurts still, isn't he? He's recovering from a concussion.
I don't know if he's past anything yet, but
I haven't heard anything, so I heard nothing. I heard nothing whatsoever.
You got to look at down the road that you still want him to be in the title hunt.
I agree, but I don't know. All right, well, that is that. That is a full year happening Saturday night with solid attendance at
And
The
hopefully
Rock.
this hive behaves itself.
Yeah, you got a couple of days. You'll be okay. I will say right now, I hope I'm dead serious. I'll have fun.
Thank you.
Take pictures.
Yes.
Use your voice.
Yes.
Have fun. Like, scream your head off. Have a good time.
Yes.
This is a night you're not going to forget. I guarantee at the end of the day. You're going to be fucking exhausted when it's over. You're going to be fucking exhausted because it's going to be after midnight by the time it's over. And I hope your parking permit doesn't go up. Oh, yeah, that was very funny. That was very funny.
Take advantage of the concession stands and buy you souvenirs.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you that because you texted me about that right before we went on about your parking situation.
So I prepaid for the parking because, Newark.
Like you do.
And so I searched by event because the lots in front of the arena are all sold out already. So I'm in a parking garage.
Mhm.
So I searched by event, and it says that my car's got to be out of there by 11 p.m. And I'm like, do they not realize this show is definitely going past midnight?
Because it's on the pay-per-view time slot, it's 8 to 12. Like that's literally what it says online. Like if I'm going to buy the full gear, I haven't bought it officially, but I will be buying it. It says 7 to 11 on Bleacher Report. That's what it says. Like Central Time.
If they tow my car, I'm telling you now, if they tow my car, I'm suing.
You're gonna riot? Is that it?
Right. Problem is, there'll probably be a lot of cars they have to tow then. In that case, Sal.
I'm sure with the venue and the parking garage, they have probably something worked out.
Also, though, at least you got a parking garage. It's not like at WrestleMania New Jersey, but with that WrestleMania, whatever main event, the women main event, whatever that WrestleMania was, and the show went so long that the buses weren't running anymore, and people were stranded in East Rutherford. The buses weren't running anymore because it was so fucking late. The show ended at like 1 in the morning, and there was no bus line running anymore.
Hello, Uber.
Ay. So, all right. That's it. Let's get out of here. I'm losing my voice a little bit. Sal's eye is like going crazy. We should really get out of here. So when I texted Sal and I said I'm opening with an American Lady song, on no level did I expect him to text me back with what we're closing the show with. But Sal, what are we closing the show with?
Weird Al's Eat It.
Why?
It was just the first song that popped in my head.
Wait a minute. Before we go into, have you seen
The movie
Weird
yet?
on Roku?
I have not had a chance. I
Not
haven't had time.
yet.
I haven't had time.
See it? I mean, if we're talking, we continue the theme of parody. There you go.
All right. Well, it definitely looks like parody to me. Sal, take us away. Go.
Yeah, for more information on our show, including where you can hear our show, this is hard to read with one eye. Go to theblakeandsalshow.com, our Facebook. Ooh, I just burped. Twitter and Instagram page. I'm a hot mess. And comment or leave a rating and review about how much of a hot mess I am. And we will read it on the show. And I will mail you a crisp dollar bill.
Ooh, a crisp
Ooh.
dollar bill.
How about
It must be the
that?
holiday.
Oh,
It must be
hey,
the holidays. Sal's being generous. It must be the holidays.
Bribery works, doesn't it?
Sal is very generous.
Say your thing.
Hey, if you happen to have a local independent wrestling organization where you live, please go see these people, patronize them, you're going to be amazed at what these young women can do and accomplish in the world of sports entertainment and pro wrestling. And they would love to basically see you there and talk them up, because they're going to go on to bigger and brighter things, hopefully. And I would love to say, you know, no matter what organization that you like, go see them, give them your love and support. They work hard and they want to entertain you to the best of their ability. And just remember, if you go to these matches, do it without embarrassing yourself and do it safely, because basically it's a family atmosphere. You don't want to do anything to embarrass yourself or have people, you know, tell their kids, "Oh, I'm not bringing you back." So, hey, and as always, it's been your pleasure, and I will try to have a better rest of the year than the last couple of weeks have been for me. So,
By the way, I know you're being serious at the end. It's very hard to take anything you're saying seriously with Edith playing in the background. I really with that music in the background.
what can I say?
It's so
Wait, I'm gonna start dancing like Michael Jackson in a couple minutes.
It is so distracting. Oh, by the way, quick Devils update as we're going off the air. It's 5 minutes left and the Devils are winning. So just throw that out there. 5 minutes left in the game. Anyway, so quick. Tomorrow, look for the final episode of At the Cons of 2022 as Matt and Kyle finish their talking about Ponyville Cider Fest. Next week, he'll be back. Stal will tell us about Full Gear in person, and then we'll also preview WWE Survivor Series War Games. On next week's show, on the last show of November. I'm really excited for that show next week. So let's get out of here. I'm Blake.
I'm Sal.
I'm Mark.
And you've been listening to the Blake and Sal Show with Mark. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a good day.
Hey, we love you guys. Be safe.
Okay, bye. See ya.
Hey, Sal. Hopefully your eye gets better.
Ugh.
What the hell did you do to it?